Hello there, Libra. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your July 2020 Astrology and Tarot overview reading. I hope you guys are doing great. It is wonderful to see you. As always, I am so sorry for how late I am getting these readings done. We had a major emergency here at the house, and you can read about what happened if you haven't already on my community post section. I'm just so glad that things are calmed back down and getting better right now. It's still a little bit tenuous, but things are going okay. I'm just really glad I'm able to get back in here and do these reads for you guys, because I'm so sorry that I didn't get them all. I got Aries through Virgo, so yeah, we're starting up on Libra. So Libra, I hope you are doing wonderful. I hope you are staying safe out there. These retrogrades are absolutely intense. They are serious, no joke. Oh my goodness. So as always, guys, a few quick notes before we start any read, that this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with every single Libra out there. So take what makes sense and leave the rest behind. It will be corresponding to mostly to Libra's Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising signs, and all Libra cross watchers are welcome to join us as well. If you're interested in a personal reading, would like more information regarding any of the card decks that I use in my reads, or would like to make a donation to the channel, all of that info and links will be down below in the description box, guys. So let's go ahead and start talking about your astrology for a few minutes while I shuffle these cards up. This is a intense time. We are in a Mercury retrograde. It is in the sign of Cancer right now. It does end on July 12th, so very, very soon. But Libra, I would say this has been a pretty challenging retrograde for you, because Cancer does create a square to your sign, which is an aspect of challenge and friction. So no doubt you have felt it. Venus is moving direct. Thank goodness that went direct in the sign of Gemini on June 25th. So it is moving ahead, hopefully beginning to start clearing up our relationships. Give it a minute, because even a couple weeks after that retrograde is over, you'll still feel it till it gets back to what's called its shadow point, which is where it went retrograde in the first place. So if you still feel like things are not quite clearing out, or relationships are still a little wonky, that's why. It's because it just takes a little time. You know, once it goes retrograde, it goes back, then it goes direct and it starts going direct, right? But it has to go back through those degrees that it went retrograde in the first place till it's really completely moving. So just be patient. Venus is your ruling planet, Libra, and it is in a good place in Gemini, so it will be there until August the 8th, and that is not bad for you. That's actually highlighting a lot of good things, good communication, relationships, and just allowing yourself to be more open. So Mars is going to be in Aries. That started on, let's see, what is this? We do have Mars retrograde. Let's see. So Mars, yeah, that's right. That went into Aries on June 28th. And boy, did I feel it. And my mom, and oh my goodness, that, because that's when everything happened here. Oh my goodness, on the 28th, when Mars went into Aries, y'all. Protect your heads. That's all I'm going to say. Don't let anything hit you in the head. Aries rules the head. Mars is action, can be sometimes aggressive action. So yeah, definitely be careful with your head and your face. Don't let it get injured. Mars will be in Aries for quite a while. It actually will not be leaving the sign of Aries until next year, January 7th. Unbelievable. So that means it is a long transit for you, Libra, in your relationship house. Mars will be there for the rest of this year. And so that definitely makes you very feisty, very dynamic, very action-oriented with relationships. If you've been on the fence about anyone, or if anyone's been on the fence about you, you're not willing to be on the fence, or to have someone be on the fence about you. You're definitely going to be speaking up more in relationships. You know, normally, Libra, you really like diplomacy and you don't like to argue, but when Mars is moving through your universal relationship house, you're definitely going to find your fire. You're definitely going to be like, you know what? I'm not putting up with anyone waiting around on me, undecided about me, etc. And if you are undecided about something, you will get undecided. That is for sure. So let's go ahead and get your cards going, Libra. I'm going to pull a major arcana and a couple oracle, and then we're going to do a full tarot spread for you for this month of July. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, healers, please be with the sun, moon, Venus, and rising sign of Libra as we do their 2020 July reading. Please bring clarity and accuracy to all the messages that come forth for them, and protect their energy as well as mine throughout this session and this month. Thank you so much. All right, so Libra, taking the leap of faith here. Definitely some Mars energy, some Uranus energy. It definitely makes you say, you know what, c'est la vie. I'm going to see what happens. I'm not going to worry too much about, you know, what's going to be next. You're going to stay in the moment. Embracing that spirit of innocence and faith, and just saying, you know what, I will just try. I'm not going to get too worried about what, you know, what the outcome is going to be. I'm just going to stay in the moment and follow my heart, follow my spirit. So let's get you a animal spirit card. Let's see which spirit from the animal world you will be working with this month, or maybe already has been with you since we're already about a week into the month. So let's see what's coming up for you. Oh, I like it. So Libra, we have the honeybee. I love the honeybee card. So this is about reciprocity. This is about community. This is about working together for the sweet results. So everybody out there, it is the time to not go it alone. Libra, you're not much of one to just go it alone anyway. You are a partnership-oriented sign. But this says, you know, it's like it's even more than just about like the one-on-one or the romantic partner or just, you know, that one special person. This is more about the whole. This is about the community and everybody coming together. You know, family, friends, loved ones, etc. You know, no matter who they are. You know, and kind of integrating into a more organized, you know, dynamic where everybody's working together. You might also be delegating work to other people, especially if you're super busy or if things have been overwhelming. It's not a bad idea at all with that bee card coming through. So let's see what comes up for your chakra and crystal. We're going to see what gemstone or crystal is best for you to work with right now, and what chakra is coming up for healing. Ooh, yes. So Libra, you have got the moonstone. The moonstone is a wonderful gem to work with. I always have a piece of moonstone. Comes in many colors. You can get the rainbow moonstone, which has the really pretty blue flash. It comes in beige, peach, all kinds of colors, but it's a very soothing, very good for the moon cycles. The full moon will be very important for you. That is actually going to be tomorrow, maybe today actually at the posting of this video, but yes, it's a Capricorn full moon lunar eclipse, so that will be very important to you, and it activates the crown chakra. The crown chakra is what's coming up here for healing and for activation, so definitely working with whatever messages Spirit has to bring through to you, because that is what the crown is all about. So Libra, let's move forward. Move Mr. Dragon over here and get into your tarot. Let's go ahead and I will shuffle both of these, and we are going to start with the Rider-Waite deck for the main spread, and I'll be using the Modern Witch Tarot to do the clarification. Okay, so Libra, that fire is certainly there for your month. My goodness. So the King of Wands is in the center. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So to me, like I said, about you being in that take charge kind of energy with Aries, you know, transiting your universal relationship house. Yes, you are embracing your fire, your dynamism, more self-confidence, more self-esteem, more self-worth. So let's see what clarifies that. And look at that, on top of it, another fire card. We have the Page of Wands on top of the King of Wands. So this is also about embracing new beginnings, you know, leaving behind the old, because that Page of Wands sometimes brings in a message. You know, it could be a message about something new or someone new coming in. But to me, that feels very, it's like it's that springtime energy. It's that beginning of things beginning to grow. So absolutely, you are focused on enthusiasm, fire, confidence going forward. So in the immediate past, we have the Nine of Cups. So there are some things that you feel like, you know, you've gotten some closure or some wish fulfillment on, you know, some things that have finally kind of come full circle. You may still be on the search for that 10th cup of wish fulfillment, but you're definitely feeling like you're in a better mode. You've got, you know, if you don't have it yet, you know what it is that you want for sure at this point. And that fire energy, I think, is very good for you, Libra, because it's going to make you more assertive about what it is that you really want to have in your life. Oh, and see, look at that, the Nine of Cups with the Ace of Cups. So Libra, definitely you've identified huge blessings, huge spiritual beneficence in your life. It's like this is all about Spirit taking a hand in your life and divinely leading you somewhere. So, you know, Libra, that's why it's interesting that the Fool card, you know, came up at the beginning of your read, because to me, that is what you're embracing. It's sort of like, I'm going to lead where, you know, go where Spirit leads. I'm not going to resist. That's a big thing about the Fool card. It's a path of not resisting, you know, what comes up. It's like, all right, I'll go there. I'll embrace that if I feel it in my spirit, my heart, my soul. But that is a very big blessing. Going forward, we do have old Page of Swords. Sometimes that's our little spy. Sometimes somebody's looking on you, looking and checking what you're doing, paying attention to you. But the Page of Swords is a messenger of some kind, and it is the sword, so it is to me always new thought, new ideas, new communication. So it can also be, you know, if it's a love situation or a work situation even, it could be working with somebody that is younger or a little more immature than you, but that is your own energy. So it does include Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be an air sign person or a fire sign person around you right now with these energies. And yes, the Wheel of Fortune is moving through. That is moving things in your favor. So some of these messages are definitely meant to move you forward in a good way, because that, you know, Wheel of Fortune is always moving you forward to a better, newer, fresher existence. It's Jupiter energy, it's lucky, it's good fortune. And the air sign that's included in this is Aquarius. So there could be an Aquarius, and also there is Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo included in that. What you're focused on, look at this, Libra, is your 10 of Cups. Like I said, you had that 9 in the past position. The 10 is what you're focused on, though. You're like, that the 9 is great, but what I really want is that 10 of Cups, that Ace of Cups. I want the whole thing. I want the big picture. So that is where your subconscious and your mind is focused right now, Libra. You are definitely thinking about, you know, ultimate happiness, ultimate emotional and spiritual well-being. So let's clarify. Ah, look at this. You got 9 of Cups twice. 9 of Cups is clarifying the 10 of Cups. Ace of Cups was clarifying your other 9 of Cups. So absolutely, Libra, you are not going to be satisfied until you get these wishes coming true. You are going to keep your eye on the prize. That is the feeling that I have about this. It's like you're just not going to take no for an answer. You're not going to put up with anybody giving you anything other than what you know you deserve and what you want. You won't accept less. Here on the top, crowning the spread, message from Spirit is the Magician card, Libra. So to me, this is that creator kind of energy, the alchemist. It's Mercury energy. So I would feel that this gets going even stronger after the Mercury retrograde ends on July 12th. But to me, you know, this is Gemini, this is Virgo, very strongly, but it's all about bringing all the elements of who you are and what you are to the table, literally, to say, here's what I have, and very, very balanced, feeling very, very strong within yourself, you know, and maybe for a while, you know, with Venus retrograde, Libra, you have felt kind of out of balance, but now you're starting to get back in your flow. You're feeling better again. Yeah, because you're ready. This is like Spirit clearing away all of the baggage, all of the junk. The Tower is there. Because the Magician is active in its own destiny and its own fate, the feeling that I have is that this Tower will probably not be as upsetting or chaotic as it might normally feel. The Tower is really, to me, not a negative card. It can be, you know, unexpected circumstances. Sometimes unexpected things come up and we view them as either positive or negative depending on where we're at. But ultimately, this is a card about Spirit coming in and removing, you know, old structures, old outworn foundations that we need to get rid of in life. And sometimes if we don't take a hand in moving it ourselves, Spirit comes in and moves it for us, and we don't generally like that very much because we're just like, no, I want it in my own time. But, you know, Spirit might say, yeah, I've been procrastinating a little too long, so let's get you moving. Let's zap a little lightning on you. And it's like, oh, okay, fine, you know. So it can be very difficult. But the thing about that is, because that Magician is there, the way I really combine that is that it's like you're kind of taking a proactive step in the right direction. So my feeling is for most of my Libras out there, that Tower won't be nearly as upsetting as it could normally be. So let's get you some advice, Libra. Let's see what comes up along the side here. Oh, yay. Ooh. Wow. Okay, Libra. I like these cards for you. My goodness. So suggested approach is the Lovers. Here comes more Gemini energy, more air sign energy. This is all about, you know, communication, decision making, coming together in a loving, communicative way. So, you know, with Venus moving forward in the sign of Gemini, to me, this is just the perfect card, you know, that represents that combination. So definitely, Libra, this is a time to speak your truth in a loving way. It's time to, you know, come back together with people, mend fences if there's anything that really was hurtful or damaging from the past. That's a beautiful, beautiful card there. And Two of Pentacles is on top of it. So it's definitely about the rebalance. Absolutely. That was a big thing for y'all. You know, when Venus is retrograde, you feel it because, again, it is your ruling planet, Libra. You're going to feel that one quite a bit. You and Taurus, you know, will both feel those Venus retrogrades because you both share that as a ruling planet. So coming back into this, into Venus direct, you know, look at that, you know, the Two of Pentacles. This is about balancing on the earthly plane. This is about taking things, again, one day at a time. Don't, you know, push ahead too far. Stay the course. Stay balanced. When you talk to somebody, especially if you've had miscommunications with them in the past, really come in with that balanced approach. Don't worry too much about the future or the past. Stay in the now. That's very important. So going into what you need to know, we have again a card of earth and balance is the King of Pentacles. Taurus, the Virgo, Capricorn energy coming in. So it's a very earthy, very grounded, knows how to balance both the masculine and feminine energies. Because even though this is a king, which tends to feel like a more masculine energy, that earth energy is very feminine. So this is, you know, a king that knows how to balance both sides. And it's really all about that grounding. To me, it's very strong Taurus energy. There's bowls on the throne. Some people see this as a Capricorn energy, but I see it more as Taurus because of that. And it is. It's like you need to know that you're in a place where you're really working on your grounding center. It's time to work on that. Again, don't lose your balance. That's very much coming in. You know, working to balance both sides of yourself is a big key right now, Libra, because things have been just out of whack. This has been a crazy year so far. I can attest to that. Oh my goodness. And look at that. Oh, Libra, it doesn't get any more about balance. Oh, so we got your card. Justice is the Libra card appearing on that top to clarify the King of Pentacles. That gets me excited because, you know, to me it's balance on the earth plane, balance on the air intellectual plane, and also in relationships, because let's face it, justice is about righting wrongs, addressing unfairnesses, putting things back in order, and that is your energy, Libra. So you are very, very strongly represented here. Hopes and Fears position is the King of Swords. So yet again, we have more air energy. To me, this is very strongly Aquarian. It's also Libra and Gemini as well. So you could be a little, you know, caught up in your head. You could be worried, you know, because the negative side of any sword suit is always getting too caught up in the mind, getting too caught up in rigidity and logical control, and not getting enough into the heart, right? So you may be concerned that you're getting a little bit too much caught up in the head, or you're working with somebody that's, you know, more in their head than in their heart. So those hopes and fears, you know, are often, you know, they kind of mirror each other, because we hope for the best and fear for the worst a lot of the time. So Libra, if you feel that you're getting too stuck in your head, make an effort to get back into your heart. Oh, and yay, we had our King of Pentacles, and now we have our Queen of Pentacles too. So, ooh, I'm saying this is very strong earth energy coming across, like in your suggested advice, you know, and in your, you know, extras on this reading. So, you know, to me, the Queen of Pentacles, she's so balanced, just like the King of Pentacles, very grounded, very earthy, gives good advice, has common sense. Love it that she has her little bunny here, because that's about, you know, abundance, fertility, magic, you know, all those beautiful things coming around. And so to me, if you feel like you're, again, getting too stuck in your head, or dealing with someone that's too caught in their head, and you're feeling, if that's like triggering anxiety for you, remember, come back to that balance. We have King and Queen of Pentacles here in this spread. So this is very beautiful energy coming together. So on our outcome, look at that. We got that Hierophant. Strong Taurus energy. To me, this is very much about commitments. It is about devotion to a spiritual center. It is spiritual secrets and mysteries. So Libra, that combination with that Lovers card and the Ten of Cups and all that being there, and having the Queen and King of Pentacles, there is some kind of deeper devotion, some kind of stronger commitment that you're moving forward to. And it could be love, it could be marriage, it could be living with somebody, it could be, you know, if it's a work related thing, it could be work getting a lot better and a lot more solid feeling now. You know, and also it can be just that spiritual commitment to your own self, to your own life purpose. And look at that, we got that Devil coming up on top of the Hierophant. So for some of y'all, it's definitely work related, because our Devil card is the Capricorn card. I will also point out, we do have 3 planets, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto, moving through the sign of Capricorn in the later degrees of Capricorn. And those can be challenging, especially if you're, you know, born in the later part of Libra. If you're born in October, like the middle of October, you know, that last week, you're definitely going to feel the pressure more of those Capricorn elements. To me as well, this is like, you could literally read this as you're committing to getting more free of anything that keeps you in bondage, anything that keeps you feeling stuck, worried, anxious, etc. Because the Devil can be those things that really trap us on that hamster wheel of misfortune and frustration. Especially mentally, it's like, oh, you know, we just keep going over and over and over in our head. So absolutely, Libra, if you find yourself in places of a lot of anxiety, worry, fear, regret, etc., all those kind of, you know, negative feelings, any kind of patterns or routines that keep you feeling stuck. It's time to commit to stepping it up and going one up, because the Hierophant is all about, you know, committing to yourself, committing to a higher minded approach, a higher spiritual connection. So that's really kind of the way that you get out of that. It's interesting. You know, we have a lot. We had the Lovers card, we had the Hierophant, we have the Devil, and every one of them, look at that, all have, you know, the two people, you know, connected to them in some way. In the, you know, in the Devil's case, they're trapped feeling. In the Hierophant's case, they're coming to him for divine wisdom and understanding. And in the Lover's case, of course, the angels are getting them to come together. So it's a very interesting thing to me. I feel like there is a lot of balancing that is taking place this month. Not a surprise with Venus moving direct in your sign, but it's important for you to stay grounded, stay connected. Look at that on the bottom of the Modern Witch, we've got the King of Pentacles again. So he's coming out twice for you. And look at that Knight of Swords on the bottom of the other deck. So to me, you know, what that says, it's like, yeah, there's a fight for some of you about something that's making you really anxious or making you feel, you know, nervous or keeping you up kind of at night, that sort of feeling. Thankfully we don't have the Nine of Swords. That would really cement that. So my feeling is that you can get through that. You know, it's a little easier, but it definitely is. There are some mental and intellectual hurdles that you've got to move through, because we've got the King of Swords, Page of Swords, Knight of Swords. It's like there's all that swordsy energy. But the center of this, again, you know, it's that King and Page of Wands. So there's a lot of fire there too. And I feel like you are very self-determined to make things better going forward here, Libra. That's a very positive place to come from. So let's get a Witch's Wisdom card. I'm going to be doing the Witch's Wisdom and the Witch's Kitchen to get you a little extra affirmation and advice for the end of this reading. Nice. Okay, so the Yule card came up for you, Libra. Yule is Capricorn energy. It's a winter solstice. This is about rebirth. You know, the Yule is the returning of the light, because once we just went into summer solstice, right? So once we go into summer, that is, you know, the days start to slowly get shorter. And then, you know, on the winter solstice, they begin to get longer. So that is very interesting. Also, there may be something very momentous that, you know, what you're working on right now and building on right now in 6 months' time could end up being a very, very positive outcome, or something really comes full circle. So let's get a card from the Witch's Kitchen, see which herbs, spice, flower, etc. are coming up here. Okay, so the Witch Hazel is coming up, and that is sensitivity. And on the bottom, I pulled the Mint card for clarity. So I would say that your mind right now, Libra, is very sensitive. That definitely came up, you know, so be gentle with your mind, be gentle with the way that you think. Don't be around people that are like super, super negative, put you down, or, you know, just fill you with more worry or anxiety, right? Be with the people that help you calm that rather than, you know, add more to it. Because you're looking for mental clarity, not for mental confusion or cloudiness. Just be aware as well, again, you know, with the Mercury retrograde, you know, mentally we are more sensitive and we are more confused. We don't have as much clarity. So just be patient, Libra. And I think, you know, over time though, this month is turning out really nicely for you. So I will see you very soon, and I hope you have the rest of your July go really well. Take care.